Ian.
What?
Ian.
Oh, sorry. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of This Just In. I'm Ian Richards. I'm the Organized Play manager here at PhD, and...
This is Mike Pascal here. I'm the buyer here at PhD, and we got some new items that are coming out
Yes.
next week or actually, I guess this is going to air. It's going to be this week from a lot of different publishers. So, Ian, let's go ahead and dive right in.
I think
with
so.
Some new stuff from Fantasy Flight. You were checking out the new book in the End of the World series, Alien Invasion.
That's right. This is, as you can see, it's a part of a series of books from Fantasy Flight Games.
There's one more that hasn't come out yet.
Well, we don't...
So
where is it, Mike?
the one that's coming out yet is Rise of the Machines. It's all Skynet.
Rise of the Machines. So each one is thematically completely different. So this one, the new one coming out, is all about basically alien invasion, as it says on the cover. So think about it as the sort of
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Yeah. The other one is Wrath of the
Wrath
Gods.
of the Gods. So it's all mythos and Cthulhu, and there's a Ragnarok in there, which I apparently thought Ragnarok was a god, and Ian quickly instructed me that no, it's not. It's a place.
And then the good old zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, so Walking Dead and Day of the Dead kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the really cool thing about these is, like, you ever watch these movies or watch the shows, and you're like, I'd get away from this. Especially like Walking Dead. You're like, I'm not exactly a quick, athletic guy, but I could outrun these guys. Those systems, they don't have you make a character. It's like,
no,
you're
play yourself.
Yeah, you play yourself in
it's
them.
Excellent.
So it's pretty cool. It lets you actually live out that stuff, and you can...
So it's a new twist on the way the RPG works, and we kind of, as you can see, though, we're quite keen on the idea. And it's got lots and lots of crunch material in there for those that know it. There's not a lot of fluff. There's a lot of really good background material that the DM can actually create stuff with.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy with those books.
So that's just the start of all the RPG stuff. There's another RPG item from Fantasy Flight, a new book for Dark Heresy, Enemies Beyond. Yeah. So Dark Heresy follows the Warhammer 40,000 world. And this particular book is got a lot of stuff in it for both the GM and the player that's going to help the players fight off like demonic possessions from the gods of chaos, or it's going to help the GM give them some extra ideas and extra ways to possess and take control of the Space Marines out there and add to the ranks of Khorne because of the Blood God. This
is really just a book of stuff, though, right? This is just jam-packed full of equipment and materials.
It's just a supplement stuff. It adds more to your game and just that you really fine-tune. If you really want like more demonic possession kind of stuff, this is the book that you really... This is going to help you a lot for it. So.
I got to say, I mean, the quality of these books is phenomenal. Mike, I mean, you'll probably bear it out. I mean, I don't know whether it translates very well, but the way these books are laid out and the spot varnish and all the rest of the colorations, phenomenal, aren't they?
Sure. Well, you got two great companies behind the design of it. You got Fantasy Flight that does... Any of the design stuff is always good. Their RPG books are great, and then you have Games Workshop. We've got such a rich world out there. So any of the Dark Heresy stuff is great. I'm a big fan of. Anytime I get to be a Space Marine, I get to punch a Tyranid or punch a Chaos Demon or something in the face. I'm all for it because that's fun.
But from Fantasy Flight's, I mean, this is not what we know as Fantasy Flight for, right? I mean, Fantasy Flight games for me is all about sort of some board games and some living card games. I mean, going into role-playing is not something I immediately think of. I always think of Pathfinder, I always think of D&D. So for them to have such a robust line, always pops into mind first thing.
I could probably say that, yeah. They do. I mean, between Star Wars and they have a bunch of RPG stuff, actually. So, yeah, I guess you could probably say there might be some...
Yeah, and I really recommend our viewers checking that out because there is a heck of a lot of stuff out there now.
So there's a whole bunch of other stuff from Fantasy Flight. So let's move on.
Wow, yes.
A bunch of the LCGs have a release pack this week.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. Star Wars, Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, Netrunner, Game of Thrones. And this is the second edition. This is the third expansion for the second edition of Game of Thrones. All those are coming out same time. They're all $14.95. Yeah, $14.95.
Yeah, we have the prices.
I got a cheat sheet. $14.95.
And then Descent.
Yep, we got a miniature pack from Descent. It comes with all the cards and stuff in it.
Right. So and that leads me into something that, I mean, obviously organized play-wise, all of these games come with an organized play kit. One thing I love about Descent is the fact there's a unique scenario with every single kit. So it's another way of being able to play this game that's unique by getting the organized play kits.
Like in the OP kits? It's like a whole little adventure?
The only way that you can get it is via the OP kits.
Huh.
So it's really, really cool. I would definitely check that out and get to your PhD account manager and order these kits each time they come out. They are seasonal.
You mean the seasonal OP kits? Yeah.
Yes, the seasonal OP kits.
I don't know. I haven't gotten the call for a number yet, but go ahead and tell your account manager now if you want the upcoming season, which is going to be the first seasonal OP kits for 2016. Tell your account managers that you want them. Go ahead and start pre-ordering those things now.
Not with the spring ones.
Yeah, because those. Once we get them, it's hard to get. Once we have them, it's hard to get any more after the fact. Sometimes they just kind of run out. They're such a hot item, and they're always filled. I didn't know they came with an extra adventure for Descent. That's pretty good. That's like a whole other expansion.
Exactly. It's like a mini expansion in the kit itself.
So that's pretty cool.
And I want to emphasize again, it's the only way you're going to get it.
Yeah. So and the last thing we got from Fantasy Flight this week is Mafia. Old game, everyone knows what it is. It's a social deduction kind of game, akin to, this is kind of the grandfather of the werewolf games out there. Great little game. And all the Fantasy Flight stuff comes out on the 28th of this week. And let's move right on.
I got a lot more, since we were talking about role-playing games. Pathfinder, one of those staples that I always go to when I think about it. That takes me back to my days, with working with D&D. The Pathfinder, there's a new adventure Path series coming out. I don't want to give too much away about this, but it's all about, let's say, not so nice creatures again. But demons and devils. This is really a high level. It starts at 13th and moves on.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's a relatively high level. Dealing with the Abyssal Lords. It doesn't tend to be level 1 stuff.
No.
But the other thing as well is they also have a map folio pack that comes out with it that highlights a lot of the areas that you also get in the actual 2 books.
So what's
themselves.
in here? Just like a bunch of maps?
It is. It's poster map folio of the,
the
areas for the 2 adventures. And
whole bunch of big fold-out maps.
Yeah, and these are not just a small splat book adventures. These are heavy-duty in the very typical Adventure Path series. It's the Hell's Rebel Adventure Path.
It sounds like a biker gang.
The Hell's Rebels, yes. I'm suddenly got this picture now of a whole bunch of demonic lords driving
just riding down the I-95.
Flames spreading from behind them. So and that's coming out. They've also got a standard map pack coming out.
These are some of my favorite things because you have...
And the flipbacks.
Yeah, like these are tiles.
Yeah.
On the back you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 18. You can see here on the back you got 18 different little tiles. You can make a lot of different combinations.
You can. And
these are some of my favorite things when I was doing a lot of DMing.
And it's extremely visual. That's one thing. It really adds a whole bunch to your visualization.
And you can combine these with, like, the folio map. Oh, I guess you can't combine it with the folio map.
Not with those.
These are full city maps. But you can combine it with...
Certainly can with these, with the flip maps, which give you locations as opposed to just areas. So these work extremely well together. And, again, very usable with what's coming out with the Adventure Path materials.
Yeah.
And then, really, a player's companion, the Arcane Mythology book. That's more of a splat book. It's relatively cheap.
Splat book?
Splat book, $16.99.
Oh, gotcha.
It's basically just about a single particular subject.
Okay, I understand.
Hence the reason why it's a splat book as opposed to dealing with a broader spectrum of material. And so that's everything that's coming out from Pathfinder. See, heavy week from Pathfinder. Do you have an idea what days these are coming out?
27th.
27th
is the release date for... all the Pathfinder stuff.
So get all your Pathfinder Society members to sign up and buy that stuff now.
Yeah. Moving right along, we're going to speed on over to a new release from Alderac Entertainment, Automobiles. This is the 3rd and final installment in their Destination Fun series of games. So you got, originally you had, starting off with trains, and then planes, and now you have automobiles. And for anybody who's old enough to know, that's a very popular movie from the 80s. This is a pretty cool little game. I was a little surprised, but I thought it was going to be another like deck builder kind of thing. Sure. And it's actually a cube drafting game. So you're going to be going around the track, and no matter how, if you go like higher up on the wall, you're going to begin adding treadwear cubes to your dice bag or your cube bag. And every turn when you take them out, those are basically like wasted actions for you as you progress through the game.
So it's nothing like trains or any of those that come before?
No, not at all. No, it's a very, very cool game, so I'm pretty happy to get my hands on and get playing. And if you stick around after this video, we're going to go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to show you guys all the stuff inside.
So stay around, check that out, the Automobiles unboxing, by the way.
Yeah, and this comes out on the 25th, and it's $49.99. Moving right along, this is going to be the last thing that we're going to talk about this week coming out. Infinity has several releases coming out. These are all available now as soon as we get them. You'll be able to order them. So you got releases for Toha, you got Panosha guy coming out, Nomads, and then a starter box for the new sectoral army for Ariadna, the US Ariadna starter box. So this is a great place for people to start out if they really want to get into the US Ariadna faction, which, if you remember, back in June or July, I forget, they came out with the large U.S. Ariadna Army Pack, which they released at Gen Con, and we still have a few of these left, and they all have the promotional item that was never released. It's never going to be released again. So we do have these. This is a great place to start. Once you have a great place to add to your army, but if you just want to check out U.S. Ariadna and start the force, you now have a starter box for them.
And to also link with this, they also have an organized play program, and let's mention that as well. So if you're picking this up to your store and you're not running organized play currently, I would definitely contact either myself or your account manager, and we'll get you some information. Or you can go online, because we actually have the information up on our website.
Yep, the ITS tournament system, which is a global ranking system for all the players out there. And lastly, from Chorus Belly, is this really sweet 10th anniversary edition model. It's 10 years for Corvus Belli for Infinity. It's awesome. And this is 10 years, and they're using Achilles, a new sculpt of him.
Achilles.
It's one of the Aleph heroes that's in the game. He's already got a model out there. This is actually like a couple different sculpts in here. It's not just like one model. So you get to choose what you want him to have. So like,
interesting.
Yeah, you see here on the back, he's got the sword down, and he's got one of the I can't remember their names. He's holding some guy's head. I forget the faction's name. But then the other pose you can switch it, and he's got his sword raised up, and he's got a gun going down. So there's a couple different ways you can put this model together.
So that will satisfy the modeler as well as the person that wants to play the actual game itself.
For sure, definitely. It makes me happy.
And that comes at what sort of price?
Achilles. I don't remember. I don't have the price for him down, do I? Oh no, I do. $29. $29.
$29.
$29. And like I said, all the Infinity stuff is available immediately.
Awesome.
So, and I believe that is.
That looks like it. There's a lot of stuff coming out this week.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, just leaves me to say goodbye for myself.
And have a good day.
Take care.